Yo, what is up everybody? It's your boy Alex or Lucky's Life here, coming at you with a brand new video for our new series on Grounded 1 or Grounded, depending on what you want to call it. For those of you that have seen prior videos that I've made, I know I had a series going on Call of Duty World War II called Road to Master, but if I'm being honest with you, World War II is kind of burnt out for me. I don't have fun in the lobbies anymore as a sniper. To put it plainly, the lobbies are just really sweaty and there's a lot of things that I don't enjoy going on in World War II. So I wanted to kind of start fresh, bring a new thing to the channel, a new series, and just all around have a little bit more fun with the videos, play a different game, and just refresh myself. I'm not saying the Call of Duty videos will end, but for now, I want to play Grounded, bring that series to y'all, and we're going to play it all the way through. The videos are going to include boss battles, missions, things like that. They're still going to follow the same kind of theme as my other videos, you know, cutcom style videos, but all around it's going to be a really good experience and I hope y'all enjoy. So without further ado, let's get right into the game.
Good morning, Brook Hollow. Today is October 20, 1990. This is your news. We have a special breaking report. The police department has released information that more local teenagers have gone missing. They were last seen earlier this week, and the only connection between the teenagers is that they are all students at Brook Hollow High School. This could be linked to the disturbing trend of other possible abductions and missing teenagers from our otherwise quiet town. If anyone has seen the teenagers or has any other information, please contact the police department. The mayor of Brook Hollow has put a curfew into effect for anyone under 18 starting tonight. Now to other news. In the business world, offering practical technology solves a huge area.
What? Damn. Where am I? Are those roots? Nah, can't be. Oh, this must be one of those prank TV shows. Alright, be cool, Max. You're gonna be famous.
Alright guys, so here we are in the spawn area for the game. Bear with me, there's going to be some stuff popping up on the side of the screen, just helping me get used to the controls and things like that for the game. So those should go away fairly quickly and we should be good to go. So in the meantime, let's collect some of the stuff. I played this a little bit before with some friends, so I kind of get the idea of it, you know, collecting materials and things like that. So that's how I know to collect this stuff. But for now, let's work on these challenges at the top left of the screen and we'll keep progressing. Alright guys, so this is the resource analyzer. You basically can research things that you pick up, different materials and things like that, and it'll tell you what they're used for in terms of building other pieces of equipment or workbenches, building stuff, things like that. And then brain power is your XP to rank up your player. Alright guys, so one of our missions was analyze a pebblet in the resource analyzer. And as you see here, I can now, you know, make a pebblet spear or a pebblet axe. These are some different tools and weapons that'll be used throughout the early stages of the game and really be helpful as we go on. So we're going to craft a pebblet axe. To do that, we have to see what we need first. So pebblet axe, I still need a crude rope and 3 sprig. So let's collect some more resources and then we'll craft that axe real quick. Alright guys, so now we have an axe. This is used to chop down the grass, these clover, different things that you can't just pick up like you can the sprigs or the plant fibers and things that you find around the map that are really helpful as you keep progressing through the game. So right now I'm going to work on making a spear to help me collect food, you know, fight some of the hostile bugs that are in the yard, and kind of help me make an easier transition into later game while we're still early on in the tutorial. So here we go. We've got the spear and the axe, and we should be ready to go on to the next one. So our primary mission here is investigate the mysterious machine, which is what we're on. It looks like we've got some magnifying lasers that are going to hit right here. So let's see what's going on with that.
Looks like the other two lasers are blocked. After all that build-up, this big mysterious computer doesn't do anything.
Alright guys, so what we got to do right now is work on getting this one stronger and clearing the path for that one. And I fell inside of the machine. I think there's a way out of here. There should be. Yeah, right here. Okay, so let's take care of the easy one first and clear this grass out of the way. To do that, we're going to need our axe from the Hot Wheel right here. The hot pouch is what it's called in the game. We're going to chop down this grass. And as you see, these things right here can be used later on to build buildings or lean-tos, things like that. But that's later in the game. For now, let's just focus on getting this taken care of and moving forward. So as you can see in the lower left of the screen, we have something called the scab that tracks your stamina, your thirst, your hunger, and your overall health of your player. It's really important to keep an eye on that because in the different difficulties, you lose hunger and thirst a lot quicker, and things do a lot more damage. As you see, I'm out of stamina, so I can't swing, I can't fight. So all I can really do is kind of parry against the, I think these are mites, lawn mites, yeah. So I gotta get back. I can kill them. I'm kind of cooked here. So we should be in the clear right here. The spear does pretty decent damage actually, compared to the axe. So right now we're trying to clear off this one. The mites are eating through the wire, the power wire, so we're gonna have to take care of that before we can move on. Oh no, it's super dark in here. I'm gonna have to craft a torch. Let's see, what do we need? What do we need? So we've got the sap, we need 2 crude rope and dry grass. So right here, the dry grass, of course you can tell it's a different color. It's a little bit more yellow, and that's what you use in terms of things that need dry grass. You got sap right here, and then the crude rope, of course, comes from the plant fibers you collect from the smaller plants and stuff. So right here, you can see there's water on this blade of grass. If you hit the blade of grass with an axe, it'll drop the water, and then you just follow it to wherever it goes, and then you can drink it. Of course, it fills up your thirst. And same thing with food. You can find mushrooms and things like that around the map. At least early on, you can use mushrooms as food. But as you progress, you should ideally be using the campfire and things like that to heal up, because you get a lot more health and hunger bars back when you eat different kinds of bugs or whatever it might be. So now we got our torch. Let's get in here, take care of these mites. Let's collect him. Get that one. Let's step back real quick. We need to craft a bandage, so plant fiber. So now we got 3 plant fiber, we crafted that. And we will use our bandage. You see it gives you some health, and over time it kind of keeps giving you more. So we'll wait this out a little bit and see how much it gives, and then we'll go in. Alright guys, now we're back to full health. It's important to keep your hunger up because that's a contributing factor into how fast you can heal up. It's really important to kind of block these attacks. I know I didn't do a very good job on that one, but if you can block the attacks, you lose a lot less health, and sometimes you don't lose any health if it's a single attacker. So that's really good to keep in mind if you're, you know, playing this game for the first time and you have some of these weapons like the spear or the axe. You can block attacks from the animals. One thing to remember is not all of the animals or bugs in this game are hostile, so just keep that in mind. Of course they will turn hostile if you hit them or attack them, like the ants, but other than that you should be fine. There's some that are hostile automatically, but you'll know if they're hostile pretty quick. So now that we fixed everything, it should be good. Let's see what happens here. Nice little shot of the backyard.
Did you hear something that sounded like a big far-off explosion?
So this thing must be messed up now. Investigate the oak tree explosion. That's the oak tree right there, so let's make our way that way. On the way, we'll collect some things just in case we gotta craft some stuff. Looks like we got a juice box right here. There's some juice. Let's see what it does. Gives you back some of your thirst bar and your hunger bar. So it's good to keep an eye out for that. So we got an ant right here carrying some nectar, it looked like. You can definitely eat the nectar. I'm just not sure how much health it gives you back. So we'll have to try that because I have 1 drop of nectar in my inventory right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. What's this? An aphid. So we got some raw aphid meat. Like I said, you can cook some of these bugs that you kill and it makes your health go up a lot faster, and it's a lot easier to heal up when you have stuff like that because you don't have to use so many heals and things like that to actually get your health back up to where you need it to be at before you go into a fight or something like that. Oh, look at these spiders right here. I don't know if these are aggressive like immediately or if you gotta attack them. These are sleeping.
Don't think my go-to
Let's see.
spider elimination strategy is gonna...
Oh, bro one-shotted me. What is going on here? Let's respawn, I guess. Max was mauled by a wolf spider. That is crazy. Okay, let's respawn. Alright guys, so we are back here at the oak tree. We're gonna try and get my inventory back that I lost when I died. I don't know how well this is gonna go because it's like right there next to the spiders. Maybe if I crouch, it's like a sneak mode and like in other games, but I don't know how well this is gonna go. So got him. Okay, so we got a new mission right there, build a lean-to, but we'll get to that after we finished our main quest right here on the screen, which is investigate the oak tree. So we got what looks like a door into some type of building. I guess more like a bunker since it's underground. Let's see. So it's a lab. It looks like a science lab. What is this? Raw science. A tape called Raw Science. Let's listen to it.
I have isolated the source of the particle irregularities. They appear to be a byproduct of the shrinking process. If I adjust the machine to account for their existence, it should be the key to the de-shrinking, expanding process. Burgle, please bring up the readings for the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle traces. Ugh, that name is going to get tiresome. And while you're at it, rename all references to the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle to Raw Science.
Order received. Raw science identified. Does it require cooking, flipping, or grilling?
No, none of those. Categorization.
That answer is not permitted, according to health code standards governing the handling of raw food items.
Alright guys, so let's keep going into this laboratory. There's a bunch of sap here, so let's collect that. Got water, definitely gonna fill up on that. You really need to watch your thirst and hunger bars because that'll make or break you in this game. Found Burgle. He's the one that was in that recording. Let's help him up.
System reboot in progress. Thanks for the helping hand. I am Burgle, acting science manager for this project. I am also a robot. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain.
Okay, let's chat with
You were
him.
miniaturized by Dr. Tully's spacer device.
So I probably cut that conversation out. He basically was telling us how to navigate the different places in the yard. There are different labs like this one. We got to register with this ASL machine. What is this? Super duper requires super disc. Okay. So we got to get super discs from Burgle for completing different challenges. And to complete those challenges, we have to find the other labs and do certain things throughout the yard to hopefully get us closer to getting turned back into our regular size human. And he kind of explained that the only way to do that is by that machine that we were just on with those 3 laser beams pointing at it. So we got to fix that. That's our primary mission for this game as of now. So right here you see we've got a smithing station, cooking 101 for chip unlocks, and this is based on our science that you see up there in the top right with the purple lettering and those 3 dots circling around it. So we just bought that. So anytime we see this, we got to pick it up. This is the raw science, which helps us buy more stuff over here. Let's explore down here. We got another raw science. It's over here. Quartzite shard. Quartzite shard.
Whoa, it's a giant.
We got ants. I don't know what kind of ants those are. I don't know if those are friendly or not. What is this? Milk molar. Yoked girth milk molar calcium chewable. Slurp the vitamin infused pulp core to grow stronger. Get yoked. So it's like an upgrade basically, but I need better tools to break it. So we're going to have to come back to that. Let's see what's in here. Okay, this looks like the power supply for the lab. There's some raw science. And we got another tape. Lab modules. Let's listen to it.
This morning I installed the borrowed lab modules. Another one of my forgotten inventions from the early days. I had such grand notions back then. The Kinder Science Mini Quick Little Chemist Lab educational toy for children. But no, Wendell, we can't possibly put hydrochloric acid into the hands of children. The lawyers will never agree. It's a good thing I never told them about the Bunsen burners. Odd that Armament has been using my toy pieces in this way. I digress. The lab network is now up and running in the backyard. I'm planning to dedicate each one of them to a different function. Main power will run through here. The Oak Lab is the center of operations for the backyard. The second lab is nestled into the hedge. Such wonderful views from up there. I'm worried that Armament's shoddy manufacturing of the lab pieces will cause them to fall apart over time, but they will do for now.
So in that recording, he basically was talking about the other lab areas in the yard. There's one in the hedge portion of the yard, and then there's another one in the pond area. And I'm guessing we're going to have to go to those 2 labs. And I'm guessing each one is probably going to be harder than the last to get to or get into. So let's collect this. As of now, our only objective is to build a lean-to and craft whetstones or plating. So let's focus on the lean-to. We've completed the first mission, primary mission, which was finding this lab and exploring it and doing all that good stuff. So let's take care of building our lean-to and then we'll move on from there. So we're collecting some mushrooms. This is the food source here early on in the game. Since I don't have anything to cook, the aphid or any of the other bugs that I would kill to really get food and continue feeding myself. So we'll keep getting mushrooms when we can to stay, you know, stocked up on some food so our hunger doesn't fall too low like it is right now actually. So to use your mushrooms, you just go to your hot pouch and then you select them, and you can press A on them, or I don't know what PS5 is. I don't know if this is a PS5 game or not, but you basically press A to select them and you just eat them each time you select them, and then it picks your health up and you keep pushing. So for this lean-to, I'd like to build it in the middle of the yard where the machine is at that we were just at earlier, just so we're in the middle of the map roughly, so I'm not having to run across the whole map to try and find stuff and things like that, because you can sprint in the game, but it's really how do I say it, it's super slow because you run out of stamina like I just did. And if you get into a bad deal with some of these bugs in the yard, it can really be rough on you with no stamina to fight them back. So we're back here at the spacer device. This is basically what's going to get us to turn back into full-size teenagers or humans or whatever we are. So for now, let's finish up our quest to build a lean-to, and then we'll sleep through the night and save our spawn. So here we go. We got a lean-to, a clover leaf ×3, and sprig ×2, which we have. So let's craft it. Let's place it, and then super build. Yes, sir. Let's do this. All right, use. Let's set our spawn point, and then we'll sleep for 8 hours. Alright guys, so here's our lean-to. We slept for the 8 hours. And let's see what we have. A ant, red worker ant. Like I said, these things aren't aggressive unless you attack them. But some of the ants are aggressive regardless of you attacking them or not. So just be mindful of that if you're playing this for the first time. So we have a workbench woe. Analyze a grass plank at a resource analyzer. So the grass planks, or when you chop down the blades of grass, these things that kind of break apart, that's a grass plank. We know there's a field station right here, so let's go on over to it and analyze it and see what it gives us. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different building configurations that we can use it for. And ultimately, once we have that, we can build our workbench, and then we can build our house or lean-to or whatever we need to do. The workbench is really helpful early on in the game because it allows you to craft more advanced stuff, and it just makes your life a whole lot easier in the game. And now we've got our workbench right here. Let's see what's in here. Use workbench. So now we can build these walls. Grass wall, grass half wall B, windowed wall, different things. So next what we want to get is probably the roasting spit. And after we do that, we're probably going to end the video there because this is already going to be a longer video. But we're for sure going to come back and keep working, keep getting closer to finishing the game and completing just general missions and doing whatever we can. Alright guys, so I got the materials. Let's see what we can do with our spit. Place, super build, 100 raw science for that. Awesome. So let's light this up, cook. We've got this aphid. Ooh, it's cooking them, it's cooking them. So our aphid is done. I just picked it up. Let's see, aphid roast, select. That gave us pretty decent health. We're still gonna have to pick this up. Let's kill this weevil because we're gonna need more food. Now let's find some water before we call it a video. We got some right here on this blade of grass. Got some more water. There's another one right here. Let's just fill up all the way. Alright guys, so that's gonna be the end of the video for our first part of this series. So as you can see here, I have some of our upcoming, I guess, challenges or missions that we still need to do in our next video, with the primary one being to find the hedge lab, and then we have some survival ones that are going to help us get a little bit better as we go along through the story and survive a little bit easier. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below what y'all want to see next. Of course, I'm not going to stop playing Call of Duty or those other games that I've been playing, but this is going to be for sure our main series on the channel as of now. Please be sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss out on the rest of the series or any of my other videos to come. I really love seeing y'all in the comments and dropping likes and all that. So be sure to keep coming back for more. And as always, it's been your boy Alex, or Lucky's Life, with another video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.